When you think of Taylor Swift, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? If you're like the most of the world, it's probably the generalized opinion that every single one of her songs are about an ex-boyfriend or about a girl that stole an ex-boyfriend from her. Today, I'm here to tell you that this is in fact not the case about the country-turned-pop star singer-songwriter that is taking the world by storm. Personally, I've been a fan of Taylor Swift since 2006, when her music career was just taking off. Much of the media portrays Taylor Swift today as a girl who is naive in her dating life and shows photos and evidence of her fraternizing with the opposite sex at gatherings and events. However, what the media does not show is what Taylor Swift is doing on her off time, which includes donating to charities, visiting hospitals and meeting fans, and headlining national tours for her music. I will be talking about the topics of Taylor Swift's songs, her daily lifestyles, and her concerts, attempting to persuade you that Taylor Swift is a great singer-songwriter of the 21st century with songs ranging in topics and genres. Taylor Swift currently has 4 studio albums released, a Christmas album, and is writing the music for her 5th this year. At this point, Taylor has recorded and released 86 songs and had a part in writing almost every single one. She has also featured in songs of other artists, as well as writing other songs for other artists to perform. If you listen to the mainstream opinion of Taylor Swift, then you would think that all 86 of these songs are about her love that she has lost. However, this is not true whatsoever. Taylor wrote a song dedicated to her fans. It's called Long Live, and it was featured on her 3rd studio album, Speak Now. She wrote a song called 15 about being a 15-year-old freshman in high school and included her best friend Abigail in it. And that was on her 2nd album, Fearless. On Red, her 4th and most recent album, she wrote a song called The Lucky One, and it's about being in the spotlight and how true that everything is like the stereotypes about stars. Whenever you're far away from the spotlight and you don't realize what's going on, you think about how it's all glitz and glamour, but then whenever you come closer up and are a part of the spotlight, you see how hard it is and why stars so often lose themselves. It's one of Taylor's most raw songs, and not once does it mention love or a boy's name. Taylor has also written a song for her mother. It's called The Best Day, and it shows her appreciation for everything that her mom has done for her in her life. These are just a few of the Taylor Swift songs that have nothing to do with boyfriends or ex-boyfriends or love at all, and I urge you to check them out at a later time before you validate your opinion on her. According to many of the popular tabloids on today's shelves, Taylor Swift spends her days fraternizing with boys and attending events to pick up her next victims for her new songs. This is not true whatsoever, and in fact, Taylor has only dated around 6 guys throughout her entire life. This piece of information comes directly from Ed Sheeran, who is one of her best friends and is another singer-songwriter that was on tour with her during her Red Tour. Ed is quoted as saying, "The rumor that she dates a lot of people is a misconception, because in the time that I've known her, which has been about 2 years now, she has dated 2 people, fact. And in her entire life, she's dated around 5 or 6 people. I don't like when people take shots at her because I do know her personally, and I think people get the wrong end of the stick. She's so successful, and she's so nice and sweet to everyone that she meets. There's nothing bad to say, but she was being pictured with a lot of dudes. So what does Taylor Swift do if she isn't dating guys constantly? Just this week, Taylor visited the New York Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center and visited with children for almost 5 hours on the pediatric cancer floor. She was only scheduled to stay an hour, and she hasn't posted any pictures or any statuses or tweets about the meeting with these children, but the parents of the children actually did, because they were so awestruck that Taylor would spend that much time with their children and really care about what they were saying, and even offered to take pictures and sign autographs whenever she was not required to at all. In addition, Taylor was also named the most charitable person in 2013, donating $4 million to the Taylor Swift Education Center that opened at the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum in Nashville. Again, Taylor Swift is nothing like the tabloids and press make her out to be, and I hope that you can really see this with the speech that I'm giving. On July 6, 2013, I had the opportunity to meet Taylor Swift at her concert in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Heinz Field. This was a part of her sold-out headlining Red Tour. Taylor was so humble and down to earth with us, the 40,000 fans that sat and stood before her while she did what she loves, which was performing. As we greeted her with deafening applause and the screams of fans of young and old alike, Taylor stood in awe at the amount of people that came out to hang out with her on a Saturday night. Taylor performed beautifully and truly puts on a show for all of her fans. She had a meet and greet event before the concert where she even took requests of older songs to perform that night. The fact that Taylor Swift sold out every single show, including the Staples Center at Los Angeles, just shows how influential of an artist in today's culture she is. Taylor Swift, once again, is one of the most influential singer-songwriters of today's generation, and I urge each and every one of you to consider her popularity and then ask yourself once again the reasons that you hate her. Do you dislike her for her boyfriends or how she writes about them, just like many other artists? Do you dislike her because of the fact that she is successful and rich, even though she donates a huge percentage of her money each year to charities and music education programs? I truly want you to realize that there are minimal reasons to dislike Taylor Swift. Think about how you would feel in Taylor's shoes. You've been told all of your life that you can do anything that you love, and as long as you're happy, and it's okay. But all that Taylor wants to do is write songs about her friends and her love and her family and her lost love. So why would you condemn somebody for doing something that they love? Are there any questions?